guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I've got 5 of the most popular concealers on the market right now in my hot little hand, and I've had these for a while now. I've spent a good amount of time testing them all out, making my notes, and I'm gonna bring to you a full comparison video right now talking about which one of these is going to be the best for you depending on exactly what you look for in a great concealer. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, we have to talk about price, right guys? Very important. The clear winner in this category is Tarte. Tarte is the most affordable of these 5 brands, coming in at $31 Canadian or $24 US. I personally purchased mine on Tarte's website. I was extremely blessed to be able to take advantage of a Boxing Day sale that they had, and I got it at an incredibly great price. But even if I didn't, it's still the cheaper of these 5. I know you guys in the US, you can also purchase it at Ulta as well as Tarte's website. So the winner for this round is Tarte all the way. Next is amount of product. And again, Tarte wins. Tarte is 0.34 ounces or 10 mils, which is quite a bit more than the other concealers. Kat Von D, Nars, and Too Faced all come in at around 6 milliliters or 0.23 or 0.22 ounces, and then is followed by Urban Decay at 5 milliliters or 0.16 ounces. So you get quite a bit more product, almost twice the amount that the others offer. So if you want your concealer to last as long as possible, you're not the type that is happy to go out and repurchase products very often, go with Tarte because you're gonna have your product last much longer. Next, we're gonna get into shade range. Shade range is so important, especially to me as a woman of color. If I can't find a good shade match in my complexion products, I am not gonna be able to purchase something from any particular brand. So every brand needs to provide the widest shade range possible. And in this category, Kat Von D is the clear winner with 21 shades. A close second to that would be Nars with their 16 shades, Tarte 14, Urban Decay 11, and Too Faced with only 10 shades. Come on, Too Faced, you need to step up your game and provide more shades. Hopefully they will, but Kat Von D really does come out heads and tails above these other brands, and especially a really great thing that Kat Von D has done is include a white shade, pure white concealer. For those of you out there that are extremely fair-skinned, I know I've seen all the Instagram posts and all the social media comments of people being so happy to finally have a concealer that works for their extremely pale, fair skin. Just as important as shade is undertone. I believe undertone is one of those factors that so many people ignore and is one of the biggest reasons why complexion products don't look as great on the skin as they could. You need to pay attention to undertone and find an undertone that is going to work with your particular coloring. So in this category, Nars actually comes out really strongly as the winner with a much wider variety of undertones than any of the other brands. Nars has cool, warm, peach, neutral, and olive undertones. Olive is an undertone that so many people struggle to find a good match for, and I really applaud Nars for including olive undertones in their concealers. The next 3 categories I'm actually going to group together and talk about together as one because all 5 of these brands are actually tied for the winner in these 3 categories. And that is packaging, application, and longevity. So I'm going to insert some photos now for you guys to see what these concealers look like close up. they all pretty much have the same type of packaging in a tube with a doe foot applicator. All of the applicators more or less look very, very similar to one another. All of them have some sort of a slant at the tip of the applicator, with the exception of Urban Decay, that is more flat and rounded. But for the purposes of this video, we're just going to call it a tie for packaging. Application, again, because of the doe foot applicator that's included with all of them, you're going to be able to apply each one of these foundations in the same manner. Longevity, I really have found throughout my time using all 5 of these concealers that they pretty much all stayed put. I didn't feel like any of them faded away on me throughout the day. They all lasted all day long and really provided that complete, long wearing type of performance. Okay, now we're gonna get right into what everyone's been waiting for. Coverage. What about the coverage? Everybody wants to know what kind of coverage they're going to get from a concealer, because that is really what kind of makes or breaks whether or not we like a concealer. If it does what it's supposed to do, hence the name conceal, how well does it do that? And I'm going to break it down into 2 separate categories, best light coverage and best full coverage, because we all like different types of coverage. So for best light coverage, it really came down to either Too Faced or Urban Decay. Of the 5, those are the 2 brands that have the lightest coverage. And the winner between those 2 is Too Faced. Too Faced's concealer is quite lightweight, extremely lightweight, and very light coverage. So any of you full coverage concealer lovers out there, do not buy the Too Faced concealer. It is extremely light and you're not going to get the type of coverage that you're wanting. For best full coverage, it was between Nars, Kat Von D, and Tarte. Those 3 have a very similar type of fuller coverage consistency. And the clear winner, heads and tails above the rest, is Tarte. Tarte provides the most full cover, actually, of any concealer that I have ever used. I'm really, really happy that I got the opportunity to finally try Tarte's concealer, because it really has knocked everything else out of the water. Now we're going to go into hydrating and mattifying. And I'm sure you can probably guess the winners in these 2 categories based on the winners from the last 2 categories. So the most hydrating of these 5 concealers is definitely Too Faced. And I think I can probably attribute that to the coconut water that is included in the ingredients in this product. It is an extremely hydrating concealer that is perfect for anyone with dry under eyes, especially. You will not have a problem at all getting your under eye area to look moisturized and soft and supple. It does a really great job of hydrating, especially that typical dry under eye area. The most mattifying is, once again, Tarte comes out as the winner in this category. It is also the most full coverage of the 5, and it really does do a great job of setting itself. I always set my under eye concealer, but I'm actually interested in experimenting and seeing whether or not I can get away with not setting the Tarte concealer, because it really does dry down to a beautiful matte finish, and it really does look great before you set it. So if at all possible, especially if you do have dry under eyes, if you can get away with using a concealer that doesn't need to be set, Tarte is the one to go with. So the last category I thought would be kind of fun to include is the best all-around performer. This is the concealer that pretty much does it all. It has a wide variety of coverage options from light to full, has a good shade range, good undertone options, allows you to do anything from a no makeup look all the way to full glam, doesn't contain any parabens or sulfates or any of those ingredients that you don't need to have in your products. And the winner for this particular category is Nars. Nars does a really great job of covering all the bases. You can absolutely use it for a simple no makeup look. The tiniest amount will be enough for you to get a light to medium coverage, and then you can build it up to full for those special occasions when you want to go all glammed out. It has 16 shades, which is a great number. Great variety of undertones, no parabens, no sulfates, no alcohol, no fragrance, and dermatologist tested. So Nars really covers all the bases and does a really great job at providing you with the best all-around type of product that you can use multiple different ways. So that's it, guys. My concealer smackdown video is complete. I hope you got all the information that you need to know about these 5 products. Let me know in the comments which of the concealers that you already have and how much you are liking or not liking them. Maybe you're not liking one and would like to try another one of the ones that I talked about. Leave your comments below. Give me a thumbs up if this video was helpful and you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.